And with these images, I welcome you to the very first video on this channel. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot of hike stuff on this channel, perhaps also some other stuff, but hiking stuff and outdoor stuff is going to have priority on it. So if that is something somebody wants to watch, they can stick around. Currently we have, well, it's the end of March, so winter is about to end, spring is coming, the snow is gone. We had a little bit of snow, you know, here and there, come and go, but I don't think we're gonna get any new snow, and the temperatures are going up, so the perfect conditions for more hiking stuff are actually on the way. And that is what I have planned. I have planned to do a couple of hikes, longer, shorter, you know, all kinds of stuff, mostly probably within my region, which is in Belgium, but perhaps also in other areas, who knows. So yeah, let's see what we're gonna encounter this year. Yeah, as you can see, you know, I'm in the woods in the middle of kind of nothing, and I'm going, I don't know, I think about 20 kilometers today. I want to hike about 20 kilometers, and I have no idea what we're gonna see. I don't know where I'm going. I don't have anything pre-planned. Let's just say that I know the area that I'm hiking in, so I'm just gonna take turns and go wherever I feel like going. And yeah, let's see what we can see. If you like this sort of stuff, maybe you want to stick around, and see you in the next scene. About 6 kilometers later, I walked down into what you saw from the scenic view that I did from above. I went down that path, which was right over there, and to give you a bit of some insight about this area that I'm walking in, this one is actually well visited in, well, it's gonna be flocked with people in a month or two, because there is a yellow protected flower that always grows here in spring, and then this area which looks pretty depressing at this point, but in a month or two it's going to be packed with some yellow flowers, those ones that they grow around like April and May, and I think in English they're called daffodils. I think it is, that's what the translation gave me. I can see if I find some old footage of it. I remember having recorded some last year, but I have to see if I still have some footage. Otherwise, in a month or two we're gonna have a look at those flowers once they're actually here, and maybe get some nice new footages of it. They're not just here, they're basically all over the place here. But yeah, we're gonna have a look at it. Anyways, another thing I'd like to show is, well, there are some bees over here, but what I actually wanted to show were these rocks, these huge rocks. And just before I came down here, I was basically walking up there, you know, when you saw that paved road, that was basically up there. And I always like kind of to look at rocks like that. I think that looks always astonishing, absolutely majestic, you know, makes you kind of think how old this is, you know. This, you know, has been around for like thousands of years, and you know, here I am now walking by it, and yeah, I'm not gonna be here for forever. I'm just gonna be, well, a few more decades, but this is going to be for another couple of, yeah, not even centuries, thousands of years. You know, we're all gonna be dead, and this is still gonna be here. Yeah, anyways, this path, I'm gonna take this path now, heading south, I guess, to the other end. At this point there's not much going on, and I'm gonna go to something what is called or known as the White Rock. I have no idea why that is called that. I actually, there's a sign that kind of explains it, why it is called a White Rock, but I have no idea what it is. I read it last year, I forgot everything, so maybe I can check it out again and yeah, see what it is. It's nothing fancy or anything, it's basically just a rock in water. That's all it really is, but yeah, let's see what we can see once we get there, and let's see, it's still a couple of kilometers until there, so let's just enjoy whatever we can see for now. It's a bit windy, but that's not too bad. At least the temperatures are going up, and it's not too bad as long as I'm moving. But as soon as you kind of stop for a couple of minutes, it gets chilly. So spring is not quite there yet, but it's kind of at the doorstep. So let's hope it's coming sooner rather than later. Yeah, and as I promised, it is nothing particularly interesting about this White Rock, you know, at least not compared to the other rocks that we've just seen, you know. Nothing like that. It is just kind of some rock in a puddle, basically. But this rock actually has a, well, it has a history, but it is telling something about the history of this mountainous region that we are actually in. It kind of shows, there's a sign in the beginning, it says how waters have kind of, there used to be plenty of these white rocks around, and then as waters, you know, small creeks and rivers have come to appearance, you know, like 2 million years ago, they must have slowly chewed away on these rocks. And this rock, like this one for instance, there should be some other ones around as well, but this one seems to be the only one I can find, and that is kind of pointed out. Yeah, they used to be all over the place here and get chewed off by rivers, and then this is kind of what remains, and it kind of tells a little bit about the geology of this region. At least that's what I read from the sign. There's kind of well, this little path is dropped out of a nail. I don't know if you can see that. This one is not really doing well. Well, maybe I can record some better footage of that. You know, it slipped out of the nail, but yeah, it doesn't matter. I actually made the wrong turn just earlier, so I had to kind of walk back here because I made a wrong turn a bit too early. Doesn't matter though, it doesn't really change anything in the distance that I want to cover. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit more of an overview here. Nothing really exciting, just kind of empty fields with woods in the background. And actually, I'm still in Belgium, but Germany is actually just right over there. You know, it's, I don't know if you can hear it, but you can hear cars in the background, and these cars are actually that's a German road. You know, there are no Belgian cars here. This is a German road, and you could reach it on foot in like, I don't know, 5 minutes, maybe not even. Well, anyways, I'm about halfway done with my tour. I'm at close to 12 kilometers. It is noon, and yeah, I'm gonna continue on my 20-kilometer hike. So as you can kind of see, if I start hopping on it, this is where it slipped out. This is the nail, and there's the hole. It kind of slipped out, and yeah, they're gonna have to fix it. It's been a while here, and nature and water and all that is doing its thing, and yeah, that is kind of what happens. But what I read in the news is that, in the local news here, is that they kind of want to fix all of these wooden paths that are kind of all over the region, all over these mountainous places with water puddles like that. You know, there's a whole protected environment here regarding that, and they actually want to fix many of these sort of walking paths, because this one right here is actually not the only one that is in trouble. Well, anyways, moving on. So here's a map of the area that I'm walking in, and here where the 47 is, that's basically where I started. You can park your car there, many people do, and then you can walk around. And I walked this way, and then I walked along this path all the way to the 55, and then I walked along this way. Here's where we had all these rocks, all the way along this path. And then here I kind of ended up screwing up at the 51. I should have continued this blue line here, but instead I ended up walking here, which is not too bad. I just then had to go back here to get to the white rock where we are right now. And now I'm gonna head back here to the 40, and then we're gonna go for this lap right here. And this is where we're gonna see another creek at this part right here. Alright, not really a necessary break, but a wanted break. I have climbed up on this sort of big hunting hut, whatever you call it. That's usually where hunters sit inside, and when there's hunting season they have an overview over this beautiful landscape, which I'm gonna record in a minute. But just to give you a little bit of an idea of the view, that is kind of the view that you're getting. I'm gonna make sure to get some better footage of that in a minute. Well, anyways, we're at 15 kilometers right now. It has started to rain. It's getting a bit more windy, so as soon as I stop I get cold, you know, so I think I'm gonna get going just soon as I have the shots and then continue. We're at 15 kilometers. I think we're gonna exceed the 20. I do believe that. And yeah, that is fine, you know. I think it's a good first run for this season. I have planned longer hikes than 20 kilometers, and we're gonna see how that goes. As for now, I think we're kind of reaching the last third portion of our hike. Let's just say it like that. And yeah, let's see how it goes. 18.5 kilometers. Welcome, as I promised, right next to another creek, the so-called Jansbach. This one I think is connected to another creek, and that one is actually then going to Germany, which then flows into a lake. Yeah, and that river was actually also one that, or that creek is also one that actually contributed to one of the floods 2 years ago, and not too far from here, and yeah, caused a lot of destruction, a big mess, a big tragedy. Right now, kind of many places have recovered from it, others don't have recovered at all. Some places are still waiting for people for contractors to fix them up, you know, and things like that, you know. So yeah, that was definitely a thing that really hit this whole area, Germany, Belgium. I think part of France were also hit by it. I don't quite recall anymore, but definitely Germany and Belgium were hit the hardest, and especially Germany. Yeah, and again, as you can see, this is the Jansbach, that's what it's called, and this is kind of the whole area around here. I'm walking on a path right now. I have left the little, the kind of gravel road that I've been on before, and we're kind of approaching 18.6 kilometers, so we're kind of going on to 20. And yeah, I think there's not gonna be much more. My strength really seems to be up to scratch. I have kept myself fit over the winter. This is my first 20 this year. The last 20 I did was in last fall, last year, and right now I'm going on for my first 20 this year, and I've done a 16.5 in 2.5 hours just a couple of days ago. But I've done it without cameras, without a bag, and so basically without any additional weight that I have to carry with me, because that actually does really make a difference in your average pace. Oh, and here we can actually observe that creek. It's actually not even that small. Look at it. It's definitely not a small one. It's not very deep, so it's not like something would happen to you if you were to drop in there, but it's definitely bigger than some of the others that we've seen. Yeah, anyways, as I was saying, I've done 16.5 kilometers in 2.5 hours, so that averaged at about 6.5 kph. Obviously that is without any weight, without any additional stuff that I'm carrying like now. So right now my pace is gonna be around 6 kph, which is fine because I don't want my average kph number to go below 6. So that is actually one of the goals to always strive for. And other than that, over the winter I have done some sports. What means sport? Working out, with weights and stuff. And in the last few weeks I have also gone more and more into leg training again, doing squats, doing deadlifts and all this sort of stuff to kind of keep those muscles in my legs kind of working, Yeah, anyway, that's all I have to say at the moment. It's kind of getting quiet. The creek is now way over there. I can still hear it, but other than that, well, I don't know. Let's see what else we can see. And with these last final images, the 20 kilometers have passed. I'm about to actually end this hike now. I'm about to head home now. I'm on my way out of these woods. So this was a trial run. I think it went very successfully. It was a trial run in terms of camera and in terms of my own pace and my own condition and my own endurance and stuff like that. So 20 kilometers, I could easily go on for another 10 or 20, no problem. So strength wise, I have managed to survive the winter because I'm not much of a winter hiker. I don't like hiking in the winter, so that is usually a season where I take a break from hiking. In the meantime, in the meantime in winter I have kept myself at strength with working out, you know, with weights and all that, and I think I managed a good job. My last 20 was actually it was from Monschau, which is a city on the German side here, to home. Basically it was a bit over 20 kilometers, and that was during fall, so I actually found quite a lot of mushrooms when I hiked that, when I walked from there home, you know. This is an area where you can actually find a lot of mushrooms during mushroom season, so that was quite nice. That was quite a meal. Another thing I like to mention in the end still is we've seen a couple of trees that, you know, have fallen over, are destroyed. Why is that? That is because we had a couple of storms in the last recent few weeks, and those storms have caused quite a few trees to tip over. Especially those kind of trees, you know, they don't have very deep roots, so they fall over quite easily actually during storms. So yeah, just to get that out of the way, you know. And yes, I think I'm gonna wrap things up. Probably sometime in April I'm going to record some other hikes again, but it's going to be probably mid-April or something, because early April I'm gonna have surgery, so I'm gonna have to take a little bit of a break, but then it's on. So see you there.